Bad habits of 12 zodiac signs need to break. Each constellation has its own set of benefits and drawbacks. Let's see what bad habits each zodiac sign has. No one is said to be perfect. Whatever you are, you will develop some bad habits that are difficult to break. Each of the 12 signs of the zodiac contributes a distinct energy to the universe. However, certain aspects of each sign are, at best, obnoxious, and, at worst, toxic as hell. It is critical that you recognize the issue and actively work to improve yourself. So, which of the 12 zodiac signs is the most difficult to get rid of? What are the bad habits of each zodiac sign? 1. What are the bad habits of Aries? Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. Its personality platter is always ringing with the ring of impulse. Your worst habit, Aries, is being a major workaholic. Because you are the first sign in the zodiac, you always want to run the show, even if it means suffering from severe burnout as a result. Declaring. Aries has a strong desire to make their presence known. This drive compels them to communicate, emphasizing their strong words in order to impress others. This is true even in trivial matters. Action without thought. They will move quickly without considering the necessity or pros and cons of the situation. As a result, it leads to a series of complicated self-inflicted problems. Interrupting. Action will be followed by Aries prompting the conversation. Even when someone else is conversing, there is often a strong desire to speak. Caffeine overdose. A lot of activity and action on the Aries panel brings out the flair of their overly ambitious nature. Caffeine consumption above normal levels reveals signs of nature's restlessness to succeed in their endeavors. Advice. Taking deep breaths and listening to others will help you reduce stress in your daily routine. As a result, you will be less likely to act on impulse. 2. What are the bad habits of Taurus? Taurus is the zodiac sign of loyalty and logic. They are known for their patience with everyone and in every situation. Taurus, your worst characteristic is your resistance to change. You want to be so firmly planted that when you have to change your routine, job, or lifestyle, you become agitated. Will you practice being more adaptable? Blunt refusal in mutual conversation. You have an uncouth way of saying no when the other person is still talking. As a result, a lot of opportunities are lost. Excessive spending. You can always continue on your spending spree to the market. However, you must strictly adhere to your budget schedule when making your shopping list. This is for your own financial well-being. Clenching and grinding of teeth. When the Taurus native is stressed, clenching and grinding of teeth occurs. However, such public displays of stress are not considered appropriate. Being rigid. Taurus has a very fixed schedule and prefers to follow the same pattern in their life. This is because this zodiac sign has a fixed element. However, this habit can limit your opportunities in life. Fear of change. They have a difficult time adjusting to changes in any aspect. As a result, they tend to shy away from drastic changes. Taurus people would benefit greatly from meditation. You might also meet someone from your friend community who will bring you comfort. 3. What are the bad habits of Gemini? Geminis are quick-witted, optimistic thinkers with innate intelligence. They have a sharp sense of wit and humor, as well as the ability to balance themselves in stressful situations. You have a huge ego, Gemini. It frequently interferes with interactions with others. Remember, you're not the main character in anyone else's story, babe. Geminis love to gossip and engage in lengthy conversations. This telltale causes them to gossip about anyone and everything. This has a negative impact on their relationships. High level of distraction. Gemini's attention span is extremely short. When they engage in long conversations, their attention is often dissipated, resulting in a loss of connectivity. Lack of concentration. Lack of concentration is caused by multitasking multiple tasks at the same time. This may cause you to be late for your regular work. Geminis get bored easily and cannot stay in one place for long. They are prone to becoming bored quickly. As a result, they are on the move, exploring new aspects of their lives. As a result, this demonstrates their inability to settle down in one place. Advice. A Gemini can overcome these issues by changing their routine habits. You could improve yourself by reminding yourself every day to work on yourself. 4. What are the bad habits of Cancer? Unlike most other popular astrologers, Cancer, your worst trait isn't sensitivity, anger. It's you lash out if someone attacks your ethics or support system while you're in shadow mode. Keep it cool. Longer periods of TV viewing. Cancerians enjoy staying in their comfort zone. This idea goes well with a quiet night at home. As a result, they distance themselves from their partner and miss out on other opportunities. Complaining about everything. Cancerians are extremists by nature. They will continue to complain about every cause. They will not, however, express their displeasure quickly. Resentment. They enjoy manipulating frustration, which has a negative impact on their thinking process. Cancerians will continue to complain with the same intensity of emotion. But they will not easily let go of their grudges. They are extra sensitive, which can lead to a high level of stress. This, in turn, may have an impact on your health and relationships. Clutter preservation. Cancerians have the unique ability to collect a large number of antique items. However, holding on to materialistic possessions and associating them with negative emotions is unhealthy. It will cost you money to maintain it, and it may also trigger you emotionally. Advice. Cancer signs natives could manage themselves emotionally with professional therapist or talking to a good friend. This will save you from withdrawing yourself into your inner shell, like the crab. 5. What are the bad habits of Leo? You're far too concerned with what other people think, Leo. You're so focused on being the center of attention and commanding the room that you frequently neglect your own needs. Concerned about any change. Change is never easy for anyone. Leos, on the other hand, take this fear to its logical conclusion. They try to cling to their past at all costs. This characteristic can be problematic, especially in personal relationships or at work. It gives them the impression that they are trapped. Oversharing of feelings. Leos crave being the center of attention, whether on social media or at a personal social gathering. However, they have a tendency to overshare when looking for distractions. This is detrimental to their productivity. Insecurity. Leos are generally self-assured people. But beneath the surface, they carry insecurity about their appearance. They are constantly striving to appear sophisticated and elegant in their daily lives. Egoistic behavior. Leos are easily hurt because of their egoistic behavior. They will take minor problems personally. These can cause stress and problems in their personal and professional relationships. When you notice that your setbacks are having an adverse effect on you, check yourself emotionally. Motivate yourself by drawing a picture of your good habits and learning to live with them. 6. What are the bad habits of Virgo? Virgo, you're a perfectionist. Nothing has to be perfect, and nothing will ever be. No one will judge you or be angry with you if things don't go exactly as planned. Avoid giving unprompted advice. Avoid giving your opinion to anyone without any encouragement. It has the potential to have a negative impact on criticism. As a result, exercising caution when giving advice is advised. Anxiety. Virgos have a perfectionist streak in their blood, which can lead to excessive tension and anxiety about everything. This can harm your overall health and vitality. Procrastination. Virgos, while not lazy, tend to put off everything until the last minute. As a result, they stall the process and become anxious when the deadline approaches. Self-motivation. Virgos have a perfectionist personality. They may be dissatisfied with themselves if events do not unfold as planned to a high level of excellence. Precise detailing. They become engrossed in measuring the details of life, which leads to personal and professional conflicts. With others, Virgos' high expectations are frequently not met with action. Advice. The detail-oriented Virgos can be progressive if they learn not to go overboard about routine life and learn to manipulate it with intelligence. You must do this to track your health progress and keep your life organized. 7. What are the bad habits of Libra? Libra, you are enigmatic and aloof to the point of annoyance. You're the type of person who enjoys piquing the interest of others, but you frequently come across as snobbish. Libra natives are diplomatic and have their own method of getting others to do their work. They have good qualities and a fair way of balancing their lives. They frequently prioritize others' priorities over their own. Excessive spending. Libras have a penchant for overspending. They associate purchasing/retail therapy with happiness. As a result, they tend to go overboard. Avoid creating an aura of influence by faking associations with high-profile personalities. This could make you famous for a short time. But, for the most part, you will appear erratic. Avoid being committed. Learn to say no to others if you are unable to help them in any way. This will result in an overly committed schedule, and you will be unable to cope with the stress. Sensitive in love. Libras have a tendency to rush into love with their ideal love partner. However, you are too sentimental to ensure that you build a strong relationship on solid ground. You are a people pleaser who thrives on compliments and appreciation from others. This characteristic of yours stems from your desire to please others. Libras should periodically focus their progressive energies on themselves. This will assist them in avoiding the stress of making everyone happy. 8. What are the bad habits of Scorpio? Your sign, Scorpio, rules drama. You enjoy making your life more difficult for the sake of your art. Life doesn't have to be dramatic to be memorable, you beatnik. Scorpios have an innate ability to stay focused on their goals with inherent passion and dedication. They are brave and can deal with difficult situations successfully. Obsessive. Scorpios have a tendency to become obsessed with everything. This practice causes problems in terms of mental anxiety and stress. Dominant attitude. Scorpio desires total control over all aspects of their lives. As a result, this creates difficulties, particularly in relationships. Fear of failure. For Scorpios, fear of failure can cause sleepless nights. This can lead to a high level of stress, which is harmful to one's health. Scorpio natives enjoy keeping secrets and keeping their relationships mysterious. This has a negative impact on your partner's mutual understanding. Scorpios are intense and loyal partners and friends with a high expectation quotient. They do, however, expect the same level of loyalty in return. This may be detrimental to mutual relationships. Advice. Meditation will assist you in calming your obsessive thoughts. You'll learn to trust your loved ones and friends without expecting much in return. 9. What are the bad habits of Sagittarius? Sagittarius people are straightforward, honest, and generous in both personal and professional relationships. They are deep thinkers, and intelligent conversation always impresses them. When people question your adventurous lifestyle, Sag, you become overly defensive. While it is important to defend yourself, you may become irritated when others attempt to ground you. Gambling. This habit can cause issues in both personal and professional relationships, as well as limit your financial options. Straight dialect. A direct conversation with no preamble can offend anyone. That, however, is not the intention of Sagittarius natives. They usually have the habit of speaking without thinking. Sagittarius is a hard worker, but they can be a little too hard on themselves at times. They work hard in their professional arena as part of their daily routine. Break their commitment. When involved in any project or idea, Sagittarius associates tend to forget their prior commitments. They become mentally strained when they feel bound by their own promises. Impatience. Sagittarius people are prone to becoming impatient with their own follies. They usually proceed in any venture without a plan. It becomes extremely difficult for them to complete their projects on time. Advice. You are likely to face less hurdles in your life if you make sure to take care of yourself. With boundless energy and concrete planning, it will make your life more organized. 10. What are the bad habits of Capricorn? Capricorn, stop hiding your emotions. Speak up if you're upset. It serves you no purpose to keep your emotions under wraps in that seemingly icy heart of yours. Capricorn is a very practical and disciplined person. They will never make a hasty decision when it comes to something important. They are also true and loyal friends. Capricorns have a very sensible head on their shoulders and can solve problems with their practical approach. However, they can become overly involved in other people's problems, which can cause them to lose sight of their own priorities. Self-criticism. Self-criticism is one of Capricorn's strongest traits, and it can drive them to work tirelessly on any project. Excessive hard work. For this sign, all work and no play is appropriate. They go to great lengths to pursue their dreams and achieve their objectives. They must maintain a sense of balance and have fun in their lives. Pessimistic. Capricorns have the most negativity. This habit may lead to a coffee addiction while at work. Advice. The best advice is to cope with your busy life and motivate yourself to devote some time to take good care of yourself. Apply all your positive traits of planning your ventures in advance and follow work ethics for a better and fun-filled life. 11. What are the bad habits of Aquarius? Aquarius, you have a tendency to be extremely arrogant. You also enjoy being the smartest person in the room and making others feel inferior to you. Humble yourself. Aquarius people are intelligent, creative, and socially active. When they commit to a relationship, they are faithful. They, on the other hand, cherish their emotional and financial independence. Anxious about current events. Aquarius people are very emotional and care a lot about what is going on around them and in the world they live in. They are prone to becoming overly concerned with what is going on around them. As a result, such things easily demotivate them. Gaming. I enjoy playing computer or online games. They lose sight of the real world of relationships and commitments. As a result, ensure that you balance your time with other activities and priorities. Sleeping late. Aquarians are constantly busy and engaged in some kind of mental stimulation. This frequently causes delays in their scheduled routine, negating health care to a large extent. They may withdraw from the group because their mind is preoccupied with generating new ideas. When the group partners begin discussing the ideas, conflict arises. This makes you want more room to think. Advice: you should create more independence for creative thinking and innovative ideas for unusual creations. On the other hand, you should also channel yourself to take care of health by balancing your activities and spend some time outdoors. 12. What are the bad habits of Pisces? Your neediness is your worst quality, Pisces. Everyone has to rely on others from time to time, but you frequently go too far. In the long run, developing resilience will make you stronger. Pisces are more concerned and sensitive to other people's feelings. They are also great thinkers with some innovative ideas. Great dreamers have a vivid and beautiful imagination. As a result, they frequently become engrossed in their own exotic world of daydreaming. That is how they occasionally lose track of time and place. Excessive spending. They will ignore practical financial planning, leading to a debt trap. They have a very idealistic financial approach when it comes to spending money on shopping. Delayed approach. Pisces natives have a tendency to postpone all aspects of their actions and activities until the last minute, which causes them major and contradictory problems. Not committed. Pisces do not make large promises or commitments to their associates or partners, but they frequently break them in favor of some last-minute priority. Advice: Pisces are quite concerned about others' feelings and sentiments. They can go to extremes overlooking their own priority. You must spend quality time with good friends, who can always bring down the stress quotient of your daily routine work. Conclusion: you look at a few bad habits that astrologers say are most common for each zodiac sign, as well as ways to change things up so you can strike a better balance and maybe even learn to overcome these bad habits. It is always very simple to turn all habits in your favor with a little self-awareness and initiative to improve, no matter which bad habit is related to your zodiac sign. Learning more about the bad habits associated with your sign, if they happen to ring true, can mean getting to the bottom of what's wrong with you and working on changing habits that may be holding you back.